If you've mastered a skill and now you want to start or scale your coaching offer, this video is going to change the way in which you approach client acquisition literally forever. Today I'm going to show you how I'm generating 8+ qualified followers per day and how am I converting them into actual closed deals. We're going to go into the actual funnel that I use and then into the content creation itself. So what type of content do I use to make somebody go from a follower to an actual buyer? And it doesn't matter, are you scaling already or just starting out, the system is going to work for you. For example, Leon is a coach for music producers and he has a brand new coaching offer. We started last month and he's already generating leads, so 10 followers in 2 days. He's booking calls and now we're just working on actually closing those people. But it's possible, if you have skills, this is literally possible in 1 month time. So let me zoom in here so you can see the actual numbers that I'm getting. So October, I got 42 new followers. November, I got 49. And December, once I realized what actually works, I got 205 new followers. And now January, from 1st to 2nd, I literally got 17 new followers. And cost for follower is literally ridiculous. Just take a look at these numbers. So 1.6 euros for follower, 2.6 euros for a follower. Now, not all of them are qualified, but a lot of them actually are. Just take a look at this. Like the amount of followers that I'm getting every day with this is just growing and growing. And my budget is literally like 20 euros per day. Like I'm not scaling still because I'm still getting people in and trying to make content, make my course to be out of the highest quality. But when I start scaling this, it's literally going to be insane. So I get people with blue check marks all the time. And when I ask them a question, like, are you a coach or agency owner? The answer is a lot of times yes. So it's like, I would say above 50% of people are qualified. So just imagine if you could have these numbers for your business, like what would that be? And now having the system that's moving those people to actual book calls and then collecting money. So that's what I'm going to show you today. So if you're trying to become a coach, you are probably falling into these two categories of your client acquisition method. So you're either doing free approach where you're posting every day and trying to go viral, and then you get unqualified leads because you can't control who is going to see your content. You can't generate buyers as followers, and then as a result, you can't get them on sales calls. You can't generate any sales calls, and then you can't scale. Or you're posting educational content. You might be posting every day. You might be posting value content where it's like you give all those tips and all those things, how your system works, and your system might be working perfectly, but the only people that you get are people who are interested in tips and interested in free stuff and people who want to do it themselves. So in that case as well, like you can't generate buyers as followers and you can't get them on sales calls. Or you fall into this other category where it's like you do paid approach, you do paid ads, but you point those people into the landing page. So what you get as a result is you're booking $150 sales calls with cold leads, right? People who just seen about you, right? So you get no shows, you're paying to get people not come to the call. You are getting 95% of cases where just people want to think about it. You're having these long ass conversations and you can't close anybody. And in some rare occasions, people actually are interested and they move forward. But in both of these cases, you can't close a sale. And that's an issue. So for coaching offer, it doesn't work this way. Like you can't run it this way. Like if you want to have a successful coaching, something is obviously missing. And the thing that's missing is, first of all, your content needs to be for buyers, not for consumers. So this is the first step. Like if you can't speak to the right people, if you can't generate the right type of leads, you won't be able to sell. Like it doesn't matter what you do afterwards. If this first part is not fixed, you won't be able to sell. It doesn't matter what type of content you create, right? And then the second thing is people need to believe in your approach. They need to trust you and they need to trust your system, right? A lot of people are coming from agency world as I did. They're coming from done for you world, and then they're trying to use the same principle of selling, but it just doesn't work that way. The reason why you can't sell from a landing page or coaching offer is because when you're just beginning, nobody knows about you. Like if you're a big guy, like if you have like a 2 million people following you on YouTube or on Instagram, then it's easier because you already have credibility. But if you're just starting out, why would somebody buy from you if they have all other people that they already know, they trust them, like Iman Gadzhi, for example? Like if you're just starting out, you're gonna buy from him. So you can't sell your coaching offer if you don't fix all these things. Now, how do you actually sell your coaching offer? And if you don't understand this, what we have on the screen right here, you will never be able to sell anything that's done with you. So any type of mentoring, consulting, coaching, if you don't cover these three things, if you don't understand that this is necessary, you just won't be able to, like, you will fail. Like, you will get back to service delivery. That's good, like agency and that stuff. But your coaching is going to fail unless you realize that this is the most important part. Before we go into the actual funnel and how you create content, you need to understand this. In order for your audience to buy from you, they need to be sold on, first thing, the niche you're in, whether it's paid ads, cold outreach, lead generation, the system that you have. They need to think they can't live without it, and you as an expert. So this person can take me to my goals. Only when you create all of these things in followers' mind, then you're able to sell, right? So the goal of your content, top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, bottom of the funnel. The point of first part of videos and content in general is to make people think, to shift their beliefs. Once you shift their beliefs, you make people take action on your tips, and then you make them make direct action, either to DM you or to book a call. And notice, like, this is the last step. You can't skip this. If you try to skip, you will see that people either ghost you, you get unqualified people on the calls, and you can't sell. Like, you have to take this step by step. Going into the actual funnel that I use. And this is the funnel that I've used before for my agency offer. Run it as a brand, but for coaching, I figured that there are things that you have to change, so you can't run it as an agency. You have traffic generation as the first part, and then we have nurturing and trust generation, and then we have sales and conversions. What I do is I'm generating qualified followers using Instagram and meta ads in combination. So I do split screen ads, talking head ads, and static image ads. The only goal is to shift their beliefs and think, okay, this person is worth following. Once we get there, they are entering this nurturing and trust generation part. So we use short form content to dive deeper into the system, to introduce them to us as a person, right? To make them like us, and like just to show like I'm a real person. And we're using long form content to actually dive into the system breakdown. Right? You can't dive too much into the system in Reels because people are not there to learn. They're there to be entertained. So that's why we have a YouTube part. And of course, we have retargeting ads. And the goal of this nurturing and trust generation part is to make people a qualified lead. So not everybody who is a follower is a qualified lead, but they can be interchanged. Like, you can change the state in which people are. So when somebody follows you, you can't expect them to buy right away from you. So they have to be, the trust needs to be created. And all of this is making people a qualified lead. And then we are entering this sales and conversion part where we are qualifying people in DMs, booking sales calls, and then closing people on the calls. And if you're still watching this video, you're still here after all these minutes, I know that something that I said made sense for you, because otherwise, like, you wouldn't be here. Like, I'm a small channel. You don't have to listen to me. I don't have a huge credibility. Before we go into the actual content creation and break down all these parts, I'll call this like pieces of content and how you can use them, you can save yourself some time and book a call with me. There's going to be a first link down below, and let's just have a chat and see, can this be implemented in your business and can I actually help you so that you don't waste your time on something that's not worth of your time and it's not going to work for you. All right, let's move into the actual content creation. So if you don't understand how to move somebody from a follower to a booked call, somebody who actually wants to buy something from you, you will never be successful in selling your coaching. It's not the same as with the agency or with done for you service. Like, you have to give people a reason why would they want to follow your system. And here is what we do in this content breakdown here. So we have, as you see, top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, and bottom of the funnel content. So diving into this top of the funnel type of content, the only goal you want to do is to make people shift their beliefs and then to follow you. Right, we are using Instagram Reels and Instagram content combined with meta ads. The themes that you speak about in these sort of videos where you're trying to generate new followers is either solving their bottlenecks, speaking about some belief shifting themes, or proving that your system actually works. And it's always kind of connected to the pain that they're in. Bottleneck, pain, whatever out of those two, this is what you should speak about. So you have to give an impression to people. I understand where you are. And here is actually a different way of thinking about your problem. And this is why people follow you. If you don't shift their beliefs, there is no reason for a person to follow your system, right? So like, your first goal, the top of the funnel, is to just shift their belief and show them, I understand there is a better way to do this. Right? And then you bring them to the middle of the funnel. In the middle of the funnel, we are focusing on short form content on Instagram and then using YouTube to nurture people even more and introducing them with us. The more content that people consume from you, the easier it is going to be to sell to somebody, right? You know that stat that person has to consume like 7 hours of your content across multiple platforms in order to actually buy from you. Well, I think entering this AI era, it is just going to increase because trust is something that's dropping radically right now. So you have to put in more effort into actually creating that, like your actual person, like you know what you're talking about, and you have to give people space where they can consume more of your content. So that's why YouTube. You can see here that I wrote system breakdowns and personal connections. And this is something that I'm currently working on because I've been working on my agency brand for some time now, like I think 2-3 years, and system breakdowns was enough. But when it comes to personal branding, you have to create this personal connection. So you have to introduce both types of content here. So middle of the funnel is diving deeper into your system, of course, creating the steps, showing like what can you do, but also personal connection. You have to show your life. So from the type of content that we create, it's reels, story sequences, and carousels. And in this reels part, we have 2 types of reels. We are going to post value content where you explain your system, diving deeper into the bottlenecks, right? Explaining how you can help them even more, give them some actionable steps, show them behind the scenes, but also wide insights. This is something, as I said, I'm working on right now. You give your personal opinions, you give your personal values, you show some life lessons that you learn, you introduce people to a person you are. Because let me tell you, like the only coach that I paid, like I think I was like 7K paid in full, was somebody that didn't have the best program, somebody that didn't have like the best client results. He actually had like 2 client results. But the reason why I bought from him is because I connected with him as a person. Like I liked something about his approach. And I don't know how many times I come across some amazing program that would fit me perfectly in this case. Like I have some bottlenecks that I want to fix and I'm trying to find coaches to fix me that. But if I don't like that person, it doesn't matter. Like I'm not going to work with you because it's not that you're going to deliver me a service. I have to communicate with you. I have to follow your system. I have to be in your brain. So I want to buy from a coach that I like, first of all. And then like the program is something that like my brain doesn't work that way. And in any case where you are selling done with you, where you're selling your coaching, person has to be connected with you in order for them to buy, right? Your program can lack, but your personality can't, because if you're in this coaching business, you know that some people you just like, I don't want to follow them. I don't care. Do they have a good, program? If I don't like their face, like I'm not going to follow them. And I know there is a lot of people that don't like me as well, but that's a good thing because everybody else is going to love me and people who love me are going to follow me and are going to go into my coaching. And this is what you can do for your coaching as well. And I would say like that's probably the most underrated thing that you can do. If you just post system explanations, there is so many people with better systems than you. And if you're starting your coaching, you have to make some separation from everybody else. And the best separation you can make, like we're running personal brand, it is just become a person, like show who you are as a person. And this is what you do on stories as well. So I like to post my lifestyle on my stories. I'm mixing results with my lifestyle. So I'm showing like I'm driving in a car and this is what my client got as a result. This is what I got as a result. So you're combining those 2 things and you can have more personal connection right here. And then carousels as well. Like I'm just showing my personal plus business lifestyle. So I'm again mixing results with lifestyle and getting more personal. Like I just like copy and paste it here. Like it's literally the same thing. So I'm not diving too much into the business right here. I'm just showing this is what my life looks like because I'm running this business. And this is what you can learn. And this is what like future pacing their life, literally showing this is what's possible. And this all goes into this like nurturing part. Like you have to create personal connection, and most of the cases you can combine those 2 things inside of one post, but you have to think about those 2 things. After you sell yourself right here and you introduce them like a little bit into your system, people always go into your YouTube. So your YouTube has to be packed. And the types of videos that you post there, first of all, system breakdowns. So you have to show like on grand scale, how does your system work? Then you dive deeper into the system parts, right? Building the offer, whatever. This is something that people struggle with, And then you go into the testimonials and results. So I show what my clients had as a result. I break down his funnel, like what did he actually do? I show the numbers and you build that credibility and you show the system. But something that I haven't worked on yet, I'm planning to, is this vlog style videos. This is something that I see like, if I like a coach, I want to see how their life is looking like. right? So like it's all like you have to combine both things. And I'm gonna work on this on my YouTube in like next few months. But that's also like a big part of connection, because this is what everybody else can have. But having vlog style videos, nobody can replace you as a person. So you have to use that as your advantage, especially if you're just starting out, right? I see a lot of coaches where like they have amazing service. They know like they have amazing skills. They have amazing results with their service by now, but they can't sell their coaching because they can't create this synergy between them as a person and them as a system, right? Those two parts, right? And they don't understand like people have to be bought into those two things, like both things simultaneously. They can't be bought into your system and then they don't like you as a person and you think that they're going to buy your coaching. They won't fall. They won't look at any of your stuff because there is so many coaches out there. So you have to sell on both things. And the last part is basically like bottom of the funnel. We use story sequences where we have these call to actions for either some lead magnet that you have or like you're having coaching spaces open. And we use this YouTube VSL where we basically, this is one video that you create one time. It's just like an evergreen lead magnet where you break down your system and then you have call to action at the end. And we use this right before we book a call to make people much warmer on the call and make them more qualified. From the themes that I usually post in bottom of the funnel content is just direct offer content, just saying I have spaces open. I use case studies, I have testimonials, and just like objection handling. That's also a good thing that you can have. If you have like somebody that's on the edge, you can create a special type of content just for that person so you can close them. And I know that for whatever reason, 99% of people watching this video are gonna listen to it all, maybe write things down, and then not take any action. But if you are that 1%, and you actually take action and you create bottom of the funnel, middle, and top of the funnel videos, there is no chance that you don't scale your coaching offer. There is no chance that you don't go to 10, 15, 20K per month. And like, it doesn't matter, you're just starting out. Like Leon was starting out 1 month ago. Together, we literally created lead generation, booked all the calls, and just waiting for clients to sign up in literally 1 month. So like, you can do this in 1, 2, 3 months time. You can change your life with this, but only if you take action. Like you have to be an action taker. And if you don't want to do this on your own, if you don't want to do the guesswork and you want me to personally help you craft all the scripts and implement this in your business, you can book a call below. It's a free call. I would like to have a chat with you and see, can this work for you? If it can, it will be a shame, literally. It will be a waste if you don't implement it. If you can, if this can change your life, it will be a shame that you don't give it a try. In any case, I'll see you in the next one.